Hey everybody, Tracy here with Truth Be Told. Today we're going to talk about a tough subject, suicide. I know a lot of people feel down and out and feel like there's just no way else I can get through this. There's nowhere to turn, there's no one to help me, there's no money, there's no way to get out. Believe me, I actually have been there. I never thought I would, I want to go over that because I never thought I would get to that place. I heard it, through family, friends, strangers, multiple people, and I just never thought that I personally, with my positive attitude and my good outlook on life, even though I've been beat down and pushed down and kicked down and knocked down so many times, I really did believe I would never get to that point, but I did. I got there. And I remember the day I thought that, and it crossed my mind, and it actually surprised me because the thought was real. I thought, what's the point? Why should I go on? Who even cares if I did? But I was wrong. I was way wrong. That was all in my mind. Thank God I didn't have the guts to do it, because the very next day, I'm telling you, the very next day, I got a call for this great job. A few days later, maybe like a week later, I met the man of my dreams that I'm still with now. Had I done that, think of all the things I would have lost out on. And then the other thing that I've recently discovered is ghosts are real. The afterlife is real. So, if you did kill yourself, if you did go through with it, then you're just walking around as this ghost who's still depressed, who's still upset, who still can't do anything about it. But when you're alive, you actually do have a chance to do something about it. You actually can make changes. You actually can move to a different city, get a different job, get different friends, start all over. If you have absolutely nothing, go find a job that will relocate you to a city that's really desperate for people, or a cruise ship that's desperate for people. You'd be surprised how many are out there. There was this one in Hawaii that I was really thinking about jumping on, because Hawaii, right? But they need employees. And they need people for their hotels and the resorts and things like that. So if you're really absolutely lost, that's definitely an avenue I would check into. Just Google jobs that will relocate you. Usually they'll pay for the whole thing, so work on your resume and get that out there. There's a couple of other things you can do. Start from ground zero. Start completely over with something brand new. If you were a chef, don't be a chef anymore. Be something completely different. Be a painter. Be an artist. Do something completely different. Like, start over. Wake up the next day and say, you know what? I'm going to be goth today. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. I actually had a niece do that. It's her thing, and she likes it, and she's got a lot of friends doing that, and, it made her happier. So I'm not saying go do that, but I'm saying, like, everybody has their thing. I decided to do healing videos and help people with their wounds and everything that happened to them as a child, and all these terrible things that happen to you, child molestation, abandonment, alcoholism, drugs. Unfortunately, it's all happened to me in some shape or form in my life, or somebody super close to me. I lost my sister. That's a tough one to talk about, but we'll get into that into another video. I want to do a video on loss, and I will do that soon. But I've actually lost quite a few people lately, but that particular subject was to overdosing, drugs. Very tough subject, because a lot of people like to party, a lot of people have fun. I love to have fun, I love to party. And where's that fine line? But there is one, and we'll get into that in another video. But really what I want to say to you guys is suicide is the wrong answer. It's not. I've loved people dearly that did that, and I had so many people at the funeral. They couldn't believe it. They would have helped them. They would have did this. They would have given them a job. They would have given them a place to live. They just never reached out to anyone because they were so afraid, so scared. I don't want to tell people I need help. I don't want to tell people I don't know where to go from here. And there's even, if you don't want to tell people you love or know, there's trustee offices. There's 1-800-SUICIDE line. There's people like me trying to help people. You can go right down into my comments or into my email. Find my email down there. Drop into my email. And, I can help you. I can find ways to help you. I've helped people get jobs. I've helped people go back to college. The one that I feel really great about is she's this big head of the hospital now. And, I feel like I had a little bit something to do with that. I was pushing her. You need to fill out this FAFSA. You need to get this SAT done. You need to go to college. And she did. And she's something now. She's pretty something great now. So, and if you're completely lost, I have no idea. Throw something out there and that just whatever floats back, grab it. It doesn't matter what it is. Like I said, go into Indeed, find a job that's urgently looking for people. Maybe it's a Peace Corps, join the Peace Corps. There's a lot of things you can do to get you out of this situation and into the next one. Or something just as simple as getting a waitress job. Hostess. I'm going to tell you, there's hotels hiring everywhere. You could be a maid. You could be, the maintenance guy. You could be the front desk person. They are everywhere. So if you're saying you can't find a job, you just need to look in a different field, in a different subject. Lots of factories around here where we are. Amazon is hiring everywhere as far as I can see. But so I'm just saying there's a lot of options out there, and maybe you're just stuck in that thinking that there's just this or there's just that, or you're in that one horse town. Well, I'm here to tell you, go take a vacation, even 30 miles away from your at, because there's a lot going on in a lot of different places. The casinos are hot. There's tons of jobs at the casinos. I mean, hiring left and right. I know most of them don't even test for marijuana anymore. I know that's a big thing with a lot of people in the Michigan state and Illinois and things like that. So there's a lot of things out there that you're not thinking of. So number one, don't do it. Number two, find some support. Doesn't have to be someone you know. Doesn't have to be family and friends. It could be a stranger like me. It could be somebody on a hotline. Heck, it could be somebody on a social media site. You just met someone and they're going through the same situation as you. It's out there. There's a lot of people going through it. Food prices are so high. Gas prices are so high. Everybody's going through it. So I'm sure you can find somebody that would want to hear your story. I want to hear it if you want to share it with me. Please, please, I'm begging you. That's not the answer. Last but not least, the core of the issue of what's making you feel like you don't want to be here anymore is because you didn't get what you wanted. You didn't end up with the girl or the guy that you wanted. You didn't get the job that you wanted. Or somebody somewhere is a narcissist and they're making you feel like shit. It's not the case. You just need to get out of where you are. You're surrounded by people that are not supporting you, not bringing you up. Find people who are. If you have to go 3,000 miles away to find people who support you and love you, so be it. It turns out I got the most support from you guys. I get the most love and likes and kindness and comments from you guys. I shared this with the people who are around me, and they were all like, that's cool, Tracy. All right. Maybe one or two of them watched it. My daughter did. She's awesome. But, I get more love from you guys, from strangers, from people I don't know, from my fans, from my friends out there, from people who can connect with my story, who can feel, yeah, I was there once too. It's unfortunate to me, but my very first love of my life committed suicide. Not when he was with me, it was many, many years later. But it was very hurtful for me. I never thought in a million years he would do that. Like, I don't even know how his mindset got there until that one day when I got there. Because I was hurt, I was lost, I was scared, and I looked around and I didn't see anyone. But guess what? You have God. And if you're not into religion, You have the sun. You have me. So right there, that's 2. And hopefully you have yourself, so that's 3. The power of 3, that's all it takes. So you do have someone. You just need to change your mindset, because thoughts are things. If you're thinking, I don't have it, I'm not going to have it, I won't have it, stop that right now. You got to say, today is going to be a better day. I'm going to get that job today. I'm going to get that partner today. I'm going to be successful today, be abundant today, whatever that is to you. It doesn't always have to be money. I love my garden. I love growing things in my garden. I have an amazing dog. I love my dog. He's great. He does all these tricks. He's so smart. He's the dog I've always wanted. So it's just simple things, little simple things. But going back to the day that I was there, you know, looking back at that day, and now that I see all the people who do love and care for me, even though they don't call me every day, people don't call me and say, hey, let's go out to dinner, or, you know, I don't get calls all the time for that. I'm not saying that. I have a lot of friends that I know are out there, that I know support me, that I know if I did call them and say, hey, the truck's broke down, come help me out, probably at least 3 out of 10 of them would come and help. And a couple more, if they had the time or the money, they would help as well. But my point is you're not alone. Me, him, her, all these other people are going through the same thing. We step away from our families, and then we're like, what? What is our purpose? What are we doing? And I actually have a video on that too, if you want to go down and check out some of my other videos, what is my purpose? Because that's a great video to help you find what your purpose is. Because sometimes it's sitting right there in your lap, and you're just holding your purpose, just holding it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And your purpose is like, hello, what about me? I'm right here. So sometimes you just got to open your mind, different perspective, go for a drive, listen to music, or take a vacation if you can. Go to a different city, different state, get a new outlook on life. Go to a bar that says, hey, tonight's singles night, because you're going to meet a lot of people in the same situation that you're in. And I'm telling you, you're not alone. And there's dating site after dating site after dating site. So if it's love, forget about it. There's people everywhere. There's millions of people. I went to this strange little city, and there was all these people. There's people everywhere. Hot people, good looking people, happy, fun, nice people. You just got to get out there. You got to leave where you're sitting, leave the city that you're in, leave all the group of people that you're in, and go explore. They're out there. Thanks for listening, because I know what I know. I don't know nothing else. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you like this video. If you need any help, I'll put a 1-800 number down in the description. And you can always email me if you'd like. Leave a comment. And until the next time, peace. Hang in there. I made it. You can.